how do you see this accusation from a sitting president about his predecessor with no proof undermining his credibility and damaging the president's every word, whether it be by tweet or the spoken word?
Well, I think that one question I would raise about Shimon's reporting, which is really a great contribution, is that Trump may be arguing not specifically that his phone was tapped, but that phones at the Trump Tower were tapped. And that would still raise a serious question. I think Senator Graham is correct that if there were applications approved under FISA to surveil conversations in the Trump Tower, I think those are legitimate and disturbing questions to be raised. It's more disturbing when it involves FISA. And I have to say, I was introduced to FISA as a young intern at the NSA, and I've been in that court, and I became a lifelong critic of it. I've litigated FISA cases since then. The standard is very, very low. Applications are rarely, if ever, turned down. Literally, only a couple of applications have been turned down in the history of that law because it was written largely to evade the Fourth Amendment protections. There is a protection under FISA that says that it cannot be used when someone is being investigated solely on the basis of First Amendment activities. That solely is a critical component here. It also has minimization protections that you're supposed to remove from surveillance collateral information, particularly First Amendment protected information. So what does all that mean? I think what it means is that President Trump has brought forth a very disturbing allegation. But it's also very rare for a president to talk about FISA intercepts. These are the most sensitive forms of surveillance. Presidents rarely talk about them. It's not considered an appropriate subject. And so I'm not too sure what to make from this. But if there was a FISA application approved on Trump Towers, particularly at the height of the election, I think we all should have a legitimate interest in having that investigated. If this did not occur and there is no evidence to support it, then obviously it's very troubling.
So it sounds like you are underscoring, Senator Lindsey Graham, who says this would be, a big scandal, the biggest scandal since Watergate, if there were that request for a warrant through FISA, or if the Obama administration were to carry through any wiretapping or FBI wiretapping without that kind of approval.